Cool. Looks like we are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This is your boy Narik Chase, and I'm back on the scene. Terribly sorry for the lack of videos that I've been putting out. One thing I've been starting to notice that YouTube isn't really posting up my videos, letting subscribers and viewers know when I'm putting videos up. So I'm terribly sorry about that. I don't know what to do with that. It's been doing it. They've been doing it to a lot of people. But I do appreciate the guys who do watch and are able to keep up with me and hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Also, I have to apologize. It will not be a breaker debates today. We will continue. We'll have a breaker debate Saturday, and it's going to be Captain Marvel versus Wonder Woman, which might be more of a head-to-head, but it's not going to matter. Whichever however we title it, we're going to have a great time doing it. And also another reason there's been lack of videos is I've been working 2 jobs, and the last 2 days has been kind of burned out on 2 jobs, and I wasn't able to really do videos like that. But I'm coming up with one right now, and like I said, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do one tonight with the normal breaker base because I have to work tonight. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. We are going to be talking about Miss Brie Larson's performance as Carol Danvers in the new Captain Marvel movie that just dropped. Now, despite the controversy about what Brie Larson had said preceding the film, how does the film, how good is the film? You will get my thoughts later on when I do my review, and possibly a discussion about that as well. But we're just going to sit here and we're going to talk about Brie Larson, the main actress, the lead actress of the film. How does she play, how does she as the iconic character of Carol Danvers? Honestly, I didn't have my mic plugged up, so hold on a second. Okay, I'm back on the scene. Terribly sorry about that. I have just been slipping. But anyways, how does Brie Larson come out as Miss Carol Danvers? I would have to say that I honestly thought she did a pretty good performance. I didn't mind her. I thought she was likable. I thought she did the character a bit of justice. I thought she made the character a bit more well-rounded than what we've seen in the comics, and there is a lot to like about what we have seen with her character. Now, as far as the actual character goes, I found that Carol Danvers in the film was a bit more, again, likable than her comic book counterpart, especially with the more recent issues. Not that it's not understandable. I do understand her character, and I understand why she is the way that she is. And I like how the film kind of harkens to that in initial stages of the movie, with how she believes that about the scrolls and the Kree and everything. Just basically an introduction to in the film. She does feel more like the more recent Carol Danvers that we've seen in the comics. But I do like the fact that she does grow out a bit. You see that she laughs. You see that she's having fun in the film as well. You see that she smiles. You see there is vulnerability to the character, and I think that is a fantastic blueprint for a great character and a great adaptation of this character as well. Now, the story around this Captain Marvel is a little bit different from what we've seen in the comics. In the comics, and during the explosion, she was. Honestly, there are a few. Sorry, there are a few that I've seen origin stories for the character. One was saying that she got caught up in an explosion that spliced her with a Kree's DNA, which is how she became the way she is. One says she got kidnapped and and they altered her DNA. One says she got hooked up to this machine. This alien machine, and it modified her DNA. But I honestly would like to say that the origin story about how she got her powers and everything, how she came to be who she was, I actually honestly really like the film's version of it the most. I think it's the best suited one. I think it's the most grounded. I think it's the most interesting, and I think it makes the most sense of all of them so far. Now, for those who don't know, she got her abilities in the film, and there's going to be some spoilers for those who haven't seen the film. Yes, we'll just go ahead and just let you know that now. In the film, she gets her abilities through blowing up engine. The alien is engine to this alien spacecraft, and she ends up absorbing the energy from it. and that's how she got the energy powers. And then she ended up getting her actual like physical powers because a Kree, one of the Krees in the film, actually, I guess, used his blood like a transfusion to help save her, and that's how she ends up getting the Kree blood. So I actually think that makes more sense. I think it's grounded. I think it's cool, and it makes it actually pretty. If it makes it more realistic, and yeah, if you guys know anything about my channel, I'm all about okay, make this shit as realistic as it can be. Not none of the stupid crap that happens in comics that don't make any sense. But you know, one could argue she blew up this machine. Why didn't she like get evaporated? But hey, you know what I'm saying? It's comics, and I guess it's just one of those I can kind of accept, even though it is kind of stupid. But in this version, she's not, and this is another thing that was surrounding it. Like this movie is supposed to be about feminism and everything, and honestly, I did not see that. I seen a little bit of, you know, how hard she's had it. Growing up and going through the military and all of that, and that's understandable due to the time period that this film was actually that the story is actually set in. Yes, women didn't have rights like that in the military, so it was a bit more of, yeah, I guess you could say more male dominated than what it is now. So I can understand that, but they didn't harp on it like that, and I really did appreciate that. They did have male characters in the film that were doing good things. They had male characters that were doing bad things. So they had females on the good side, females on the bad side. So I can understand, and I really do like the fact that it was a bit more balanced than I thought it was going to be. But as far as her character is concerned, I didn't get all the, you know, over the top feminism crap that I kind of expected. Now, the actual character, I actually did like. I would say I actually did like. I thought she was well written, and like I said, a bit flat at first, but when she does, as the movie progresses, you do see her open up a bit more, and her personality does tend to shine through, especially not only with the eventual relationships that she grows with other characters, but a bit more of the backstory that revolves around her life prior to becoming a superpower. So I really can say that the character, in my opinion, was actually really good, well written, really interesting, and had a lot going for him in the film. Now, let's talk about the actress Brie Larson. I've liked Brie Larson. I know a lot of people, she's not really, you know, a lot of people kind of ticked at her a little bit about what she said and everything, but I actually think that she's a great actress. Me personally, she fit the role of Captain Marvel. I felt the moments where she was actually tough. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. Or when she was vulnerable, I think she does a great job of being feminine but being tough, and that is what I like about the Captain Marvel. Also, I like she's one of my favorite actresses. The movie that put me on to her as an actress was the 2015 movie Room, that was based on a novel called Room. I can't remember the guy that wrote, the person that wrote it, or anything like that. But that's where I start to actually, okay, this is a great actress, man, I need to keep an eye out for her. And to me, I think that they did a great job casting this role. Is she like, and I like a lot of people that I hate in the movie because of her, and I'm like, no, she didn't do a bad job. And I heard another guy even say that they felt that she did a wooden performance, and I was like, no, I can see that she does the performance that the movie demands of her. At the beginning of the movie, she's playing a character that's supposed to be emotionally in check. And of course, in most of the time you see her in the beginning of the movie, that's when it kind of harkens back to the more tougher version that we've seen in the comics. She's emotionally in check, so she's not going to be smiling and stuff. But, you know, and when she's engaged with a former friend and everything, you see a bit more emotion. You see, you know what I'm saying? You see, she does a great job of conveying emotion as well as, you know, vulnerability. And then I love the chemistry that she has with Samuel Jackson in the film, because they make the film a bit more fun in certain elements, and especially the dialogue between them. So I really liked her as Captain Marvel. And this is probably one of those, I'm not going to say that she's definitely like the Captain Marvel role. Like, there's nobody, they'd be hard pressed to kind of replace her. You know, like I said, Hugh Jackman was like the perfect Wolverine. Ron Perlman was the perfect Hellboy. You know, I can honestly, and Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson have been in another film too, Kong Skull Island, which is another film that I liked her in. I think it's great to see her playing playing a superhero role. And like I said, I think she did a pretty good job. I think she did a great job. Now there are a number of actresses that could potentially play the character. Yeah, she was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World as Envy Adams. So yeah, I can't forget that she was fucking awesome in that movie as well. She was awesome in Free Fire too, guys. If you have not seen Free Fire, go check it out. She was in Don John. That's a good movie as well. But she's been in a lot of movies. She's been in a lot of movies, and I'm trying to catch up on that on her filmography so I can get the best of what Brie Larson can can give as an actress. But from what I've seen, she does a fantastic job, and that's where I'm going to stop with as far as the actress. She was great. She was good. Go watch the damn movie just to see her, even though she did say something pretty stupid. But anyways. The overall actual look of the character, one of the problems I kind of had with the actual look of the character, I wish there was a bit more of an evolution to her, the way she looks. And one of it had to do with her hair. I would have liked to see her by the end of the film cut her hair. I wanted to see her do like a physical transition, and I wanted that hair to be a part of that physical transition. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I was hoping that by the end of the film, okay, she cuts her hair, and then you get the more recent Carol Danvers in the more recent comics. And even kind of what you see at the end of the film, which I'm going to go ahead and spoil. One of the credit scenes, because these Marvel films always got credit scenes at the end of them. One of the credit scenes was she comes back to Earth. And I was a bit disappointed because when she came back, she still had long hair. I kind of wished it was cut. But she actually, to me, physically has has the physical look for the character, as well as I actually like the suit. I thought the suit was actually pretty cool, and I like the fact that the suit was actually based on Kree technology. So it isn't just like a skin tight outfit or something that somebody made on Earth that doesn't really make sense for them to kind of make like that. I really appreciate that they did a lot with the Kree and how the Kree have actually influenced her life, and how it has built her, and how it not only has built her up to the point to where she is now, how it's continuing with the technology based on the suit. I do like the whole green and gray look that they initially had at the beginning of the film, and I do like how they transitioned to the red and black. I think it looks really good. I think it looks awesome. And for those who know, again, I do not like skin tight outfits. I fucking hate them. I like a person, a superhero, supervillain, when they have an outfit on, it makes sense for them to wear. It has tactical use to it. It has armored use to it, especially if they see combat a lot. I want it to look the part. I don't want it to just look like something out of the comics. And this is one of those transitions where they transitioned it pretty well over from the comics to the actual live action. In fact, it actually reminds me of Captain America's suit, because I didn't like the Captain America suit in the first Avengers movie. I thought it was fucking goofy, and I thought it was a piece of shit. But I like how in the more recent films and the films following the actual first Avengers movie, that the suit became a lot more tactical. It's got armor on it. It has padding on it. It makes sense the way it looks. It looks like it's used for combat. You can actually see someone actually fighting in it. So I like the fact that they did a great job of actually showing the suit and how it does look pretty badass. Even with her abilities, I think the abilities where she's actually using the photon blast, it has a weird kind of like energy mixed with plasma, mixed with like fire looks. I think that looks pretty cool, and it looks awesome as well. I like when she's actually flying and stuff. Her eyes light up, her hair kind of flows out, the energy, and she's glowing, and the energy is surrounding her body. I think that's pretty awesome. Probably the best that I've seen in a character like that. With a character in a position like that, it looks really awesome. Probably similar to that look that you see in the Green Lantern film, but the look on her and hers looks a lot better than they did in the Green Lantern film. Although there are some gems in the Green Lantern film I can't say I did like, but I wish the outfit would have been built a little bit more like hers in this film. So overall, the actual design, and even with the whole mask thing with her hair up, kind of like a mohawk, it actually made sense in the film because, the way she utilized it, like for breathing in space and underwater and stuff like that, and how it covers her hair and how it brings it up. I mean, it looks freaking awesome. All of that actually just looks fucking awesome. I would definitely say that the people that actually, like, who are responsible for the actual design and look for of her character, they deserve 2 thumbs up. It looks great. Now let's actually talk about her role in the movie. How important was the character to the movie? I actually think that she was actually a pretty good asset to the movie. I think that she wasn't, I don't think she was reactionary. A lot of the times I think she was actually going out her way to figure out what was going on, and I like that in the character, and I like how the other characters related to her as well as the way she related to them. And again, all of these interactions with these other characters do open up a personality or different bits of a personality, and I like that. I really enjoyed that, especially the relationship she had with that black chick with that fat ass booty. And I mean, the lady was a great actress, and she's sexy. She had a big ass booty. I just said I need to do a character rank on that ass, but then. But anyways, I will say that she was actually a pretty important character. She did things. She wasn't a victim. And at the same time, I don't think that she did everything by herself. I think it was balanced with Samuel Jackson's character and her and the black chick. And I think it was a bit balanced. And I like that. I like that even though she is like a badass and everything, she didn't do everything on her own. Sorry, y'all. So how do I rank Captain Marvel? Not the movie, but the character itself. I said I really enjoyed the performance, and I really enjoyed the portrayal of the character. I think the character was freaking awesome on nearly every level. I didn't really find too many faults on her. And like I said, it would have been a bit of a different issue if she didn't have those moments with Samuel Jackson where she's like laughing. And there's more than a few moments of those where even though they're trying to treat her as a Kree, there's moments where she's cracking jokes. You know, there's some levity to her character. It isn't all just doom and gloom and everything. And I like the character arc as well, because even though we don't initially see her character like this in the beginning of the movie, that's how her character is, but to us there is an arc, you know what I'm saying? I love the direction that the character evolves to and the level as well. And I like how even though the character has power, it's still her. So she's making the moves, and ain't just because of her power. But I would definitely say Brie Larson's performance as Captain Marvel definitely deserves a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. That's where I think that's where I would give it to her, because she's awesome. She does a great job with the character, and I didn't really find too many faults with it. Now, for those who like who know more about the character in the comics than I do, because like I said, I've done a lot of reading in the comics, and I've known a little bit about Miss Captain Marvel, and I was a bit hesitant to see what they were going to do with the character, but I'm glad to see that they actually managed to pull it off. Brie Larson, you're freaking awesome. Just don't say nothing crazy like that shit you did in that press conference no more. You're a girl, but don't do that no more. I need you on point. You need to represent, okay, babe? So, anyways, guys, in the comment section below, let me know what are your thoughts about Captain Marvel. Do you think that do you think Brie Larson did a great job as the character? Do you think she sucked? Do you think they should have picked somebody else? And please tell me, did her speech or whatever fuck up the movie for you? Because me personally, it didn't. Everybody got their own point of view. Everybody have their own opinions about something. I don't mind her talking about it. And plus, she's an actress, so I don't care what she says really outside of her doing a performance or anything. It's her acting ability I'm really interested in. So, me personally, like I said, I liked it. Y'all guys, let me know if you liked her. Rank her. Let me know what your ranking is of her and why. And we'll definitely catch you guys later in the next video. And thank you guys for staying tuned.